So, as I mentioned, we want to get familiar with some of the key parts of the Blue Book and where you'll be referring to most often. So if you just open your Blue Book that you have with you, on the front inside cover, these are all examples that are given primarily for law review students. This book is written for law review students, people in law school, for law students. This book is not typically meant for practitioners, although in the back, if you look on the back inside cover, these are the rules and examples that are dedicated to practitioners. The biggest difference being for law students and folks writing legal review articles, there is a typeface difference versus that of what practitioners typically would use. So if you were a law student or in law school, you were going to be using large cap and small cap letters for a lot of your citations, whereas if you're a practitioner, you were just going to use regular font. None of the specifics on the large and small caps, although it's accepted, it's not required as it is in law school. So that's the first thing. If you need a handy reference guide, flip to the back. That will give you, pretty much for any type of document that you may need to cite to, a quick example, and it's also going to give you a brief reference to where you can find in the blue pages and also in the body of the book more thorough explanations for some of the rules that you'll be applying. The next part I'm going to have you turn to is page 3. So again, we've got the blue pages, which are, and again, this whole book is the Bible for legal citation. That is the biggest thing with this. So if you can master how to perform cite checking, you will go a long way in this profession as a paralegal. Your skills will be very much sought after, in my experience, again. So we've got the blue pages here in the front. And the good thing about the blue pages is that anything that you find in these pages, if they refers to a particular rule, so let's say, for example, in the blue pages we find something under Blue Book Rule 10. Anything that's in the Blue Book pages that's referred to as Rule 10, you're going to find in the corresponding white pages under Rule 10. So in that way, in past editions, the Blue Book wasn't always that easy to manipulate, but now they've made it much easier for you. So if you're looking at B10 in the blue pages, it's going to correspond with Rule 10 in the white pages. So that is one section of the book that I would definitely flag. As you'll see, I've got a lot of flags in here taking me to those key pages that I refer to most often. So the blue pages, without question, certainly have to know what's in that material. I'll turn you to page 29 specifically in the blue pages. These are abbreviations for court documents. So oftentimes when you're citing to a document that's on the record, plaintiff's motion to dismiss, there are certain words within that title of the document that you're allowed to abbreviate if it's in a standalone citation. The chart on this page and the following page will guide you as to how to make those proper abbreviations for court documents. If you turn to page 496 of your blue book, that's going to be a white page. Table T6, abbreviations for case names. Very popular if you know that if you know these abbreviations, if you can memorize these abbreviations, or at least be able to get to this section of your book very quickly, cite checking will go very smoothly for you, and you'll be able to spot discrepancies or errors in a matter of seconds. Just by looking at the case name, you'll know that that abbreviation is wrong and it needs to be corrected, or there's a word in that case name that could be abbreviated where it hasn't been already, and you'll make the appropriate correction. So again, that's just a very brief introduction to some of the key pages and sections in the blue book.